Hey guys, how's it going? Carl up in Tap Genius, where it's all about helping you do your thing to the fullest. So, speaking of that, got a question for you. It's right down below there, of course. Are you doing your thing to the fullest? Are you using your talents, your capabilities, your experience, your past, your wisdom, your insights, your creativity to do something awesome? And are you doing it to the fullest? Well, I'm going to make it an assumption that perhaps you're not. And because that's going to be the case for most people. And some of us are holding back a little bit more. And in some cases, we've been holding back for a long time and in some major ways. So how could you, if you are one of those people who recognizes that you're holding back some form or fashion, or that you're trying to do your thing, but there's something holding you back, and you sense that there's more in you to come out, and it could be creatively, it could be the goals that you're setting, the dreams that you have, whatever that happens to be, that you sense that you could be even better. And actually, that's a beautiful place to come from a light, playful perspective, a perspective of possibilities, if you will. You know, it's like living with the question, it's like, what am I actually capable of doing? Not in terms of self-worth. This is not, I'm a good person, therefore I'm valuable. This is not the frame of mind that I'm presenting this. This is built on the assumption that we all have potential by definition, because we are life itself being expressed. Therefore, we have built in like potentially infinite potential. But being human beings with a human mind, the part that I call the slippery mind, is the vast, vast, vast majority of people will have a sense of not enoughness. Not good enough, don't have enough time, money, energy. I mean, it could be all sorts of different things. But that not enoughness comes from comparison. If I compare myself with another human being, which we naturally do, and we're taught to and reinforced to. It seems like the foundation of society itself is based on comparisons, the value of somebody and their status and their class. And I just, on some level, I just get it that it's completely all made up, that we all have intrinsic value, big and small, and everything in between, that the small is just as important as the big. All the little parts make up the engine or your car, for example. If you miss the spark plugs, seemingly insignificant thing compared to like an engine itself, you're not going to go anywhere. So all the little pieces matter. So all the big things in life, nature, the universe tells me that it all matters, it all counts, it all fits into one whole. So from that perspective, I don't have to think in terms of better or worse, though it'll always be tempting. But if you can give yourself permission to look at things in a different way, that we truly, not just as a concept, but in reality, we all have intrinsic value. And that it is your creative right and power and freedom to do something amazing with your desires, who you are, how you've lived, what you've experienced. You get to play here on planet Earth while you're here, you know what I mean? Unless we are plagued with not enoughness. Now, I know what it feels like to be plagued with not enoughness. It's something that probably for the rest of my life, I will be encouraging myself to fill up my whole self with the sense of who I actually am, as opposed to who I think I am. I, like many people, have made myself much smaller than who I actually am. So this is all to say that, when we consider doing our thing, living our potential, and are we doing it to the fullest? Let's just assume, no, we're not. And that it can be big fun, giving yourself one permission to just go for it. The light touch, a clear touch, a place of possibility, as opposed to testing, seeing if you're good enough at something, right? This is a game. This is something to be joyful about. Really? Ooh, let's see what I can do. It's a great attitude, perspective, frame of mind to have with everything. So, are you living your potential to the fullest? Probably not. But there are things that you can do to loosen it up and to entice and to catalyze any little bit of movement that you can put towards tapping that potential in you, finding that new way of expressing yourself, achieving a particular goal or aspiration, one that you may not have even considered because it looks scary or whatever. The frame of mind of lightness. Let's see what I'm capable of doing, as opposed to, oh, I got to change this stuff. I can't believe I'm doing this. And what's wrong with me? And I got to do this and nothing's working. Yeah, it's a totally different mindset. Quite the trick to play, especially for those of us who've been through perhaps many, many attempts to get past the stuff that stops us. Just know that we all have stuff that stops us to varying degrees. We all more or less have a sense of not enoughness, or in the very least, we compare ourselves with others, which is not a necessary thing to do. And so we're all in this together on some level, and yet we separate ourselves through this comparison thing. And so, you know what, from time to time, just let that go. What if? What am I capable of doing? It's that kind of energy. Because I promise you, statement of fact, you are more capable, like a lot more capable. Even if you're a fully expressed human being tapping that potential to the fullest, guess what? You're still not tapping full potential. Because there is no top to it. There's no ceiling. Even if you get into a limit of a particular thing, well, you can always bounce off of it and find another way of doing your thing or expressing yourself. There's always opportunities for movement, growth, and expansion. It's fun stuff. Can be. So, you are amazing. You are here to have impact. And if it's a small, tiny impact, that's perfect. If it's a huge impact, that's perfect. Size doesn't matter. Comparison, not needed. And it feels good to be tapping your potential, doing things, creating stuff, making things, allowing, enticing things to happen. Life is good from that perspective, yeah? So have fun. And just maybe you are maybe maybe you're more than enough. Not as a feel-good thing. I'm not trying to make you feel good. I'm being all fluffy. I'm staying as a hard, cold statement of reality. You're amazing. Now go prove it to yourself. Actually, you know what? I take that back. Don't prove it to yourself. Have that be revealed to you as you delightfully ponder, I wonder what I'm capable of doing. And you'll surprise yourself. All right, you amazing you. Go do your thing. See ya.